I want to make it clear. I want Eze. Number 2, I want Eze plus Rodrygo. But number 3, and this is the point I am making, if you are telling me it is only Eze or Rodrygo to play on the left, then I don't want to hear any nonsense. It is only one correct answer in that question. Cannot believe that I'm seeing all over social media people are arguing whether we should have Eze or Rodrygo as our left wing option. Look, I love Eze, very fantastic player, very well skilled, very talented. Love him as a player. He's also an Arsenal fan. It would be a beautiful addition to the squad. But ain't no way you guys are telling me that you would take him over Rodrygo. I've been seeing things like this all over all week. Now let me get into it. So many people say he is Premier League proven. I am so sick and tired of hearing that phrase. This phrase had more relevance 10, 20, 30 years ago when the Premier League was so different to every single other league, when most of the coaching in the Premier League was still very, very British and English based. Now it is different. Relegation teams are passing out on the back with Iraola type managers. The whole league is continental. It would have more relevance if we were still playing the lumpy forward type football. No. Yes, the Premier League is still fast and stronger than most other leagues, but other than that, if a player can adjust to the strength and pace of the Premier League, that Premier League proven thing, please get that nonsense thing out of my ear. Number 1. Number 2, Premier League proven doesn't mean that you will not flop. Doesn't mean that you will adjust. Why do people keep saying that? Bissouma was Premier League proven when he went to Spurs. How has he turned out? Richarlison was Premier League proven when he went to Spurs. How has he turned out? Solanke was Premier League proven when he went to Spurs. How has he turned out? Mason Mount was Premier League proven when he went to Manchester United. How did he turn out? As Aaron Wan-Bissaka was Premier League proven when he moved to Man United from Crystal Palace. How did he turn out? Grealish was Premier League proven when he went to Man City. How did he turn out? Calvin Phillips was highly lauded and very, very, very Premier League proven when he went to Man City. How did he turn out? Being Premier League proven doesn't mean that, you can adjust to anything in the Premier League. That is nonsense. Please get that nonsense out of the way. It still matters the environment, the tactics, the manager, the mentality, the pressure, the expectations, all of that. That one doesn't give a damn whether or not you are Premier League proven or not Premier League proven. You can be Premier League proven and be an even bigger flop. So I'm tired of hearing that BS. Secondly, year to year, Arsenal fans are always infatuated by somebody in the league that is not really that good, but because that's all you guys see, you just convince yourself he's the guy. That's how everybody says, Zaha, 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 Zaha. And I kept saying it at the time, and I will say it forever. I'm like, Zaha is a decent player. He was never going to take us up to another level. He was never going to do that. And you saw Zaha, he left to Marseille, to the French league, did nothing. Left to the Turkish league, did nothing. He's currently in the MLS in USA, doing nothing. That's who some of you wanted us to break the bank to go and sign. You people's Unai Emery wanted to sell Saka to go and buy him. Get out of my front. Same thing you people did with Ivan Toney. I kept saying Ivan Toney is an okay striker. Like, why are people talking about him like he's the next coming of John the Baptist? And he has gone to Saudi. He ain't doing nothing there. Barely can start or play for the England team again. And that's who you guys wanted us to give the mantle to. If you have a choice between Mbappe and Anthony Gordon, both of them play on the left, but Anthony Gordon is primarily proven. I'm tired. I'm done. I don't want to hear this shit. The best left-sided winger in the world, in my opinion, is Mbappe, followed by Vini or Kvaratskhelia. Those are the top 3. And then the next person is Rodrygo. And you are telling me to forget about number 4 to go and get... Because of Premier League... And this Arsenal team is at a stage or point in our progression where we are now looking for the finishing product to take us over the top. But I'm looking for somebody to come and say, Martinelli, stay on the bench permanently. And you're telling me about Eze? Oh my God, you guys are driving me crazy. Eze is not elite at anything. He's a very, very good dribbler, very, very good ball striker, very, very good in midfield, very, very multifaceted, all of that good stuff. But he's not world class at anything. 1 and 2, he does not have the potential to be he's already in the middle of his prime. I need people to remember this, okay? Eze is 26 years old. That is your prime. Those are your prime years for most players. 26 to 31. Anything that did not happen in that stage, win for most players. So this is not somebody that I'm looking at and I'm like, in 3 years' time, it's going to improve. No, what I'm seeing now is most likely what I'm going to get, or maybe even worse. And I'm sorry, what I'm seeing now is not blowing my mind. What I'm seeing now is a very, very good squad player for Arsenal. I'm not seeing a very, very good starter as far this is the difference between us and PSG in the semi-final. I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. The Premier League is very, very fast-paced and very, very strong. If you are able to adjust to those two things, you can adjust and play in the Premier League. And South Americans, nobody's football is faster and stronger than their football. Their football is just one. Okay? Second thing that players usually struggle over in the Premier League is the added pressure, because it's just a much bigger stage with much bigger expectations, much more scrutiny, all of that. Rodrygo not only comes from Brazil, he plays for Real Madrid and Brazil. In case you've just started watching football recently, there is no pressure in any club that is bigger than the pressure that is playing for Real Madrid. None. There's also no pressure that is for any national team that is bigger than the pressure that is playing for Brazil. This guy does both. If he comes to the Premier League and flops, which he can, whether Premier League proven or not Premier League proven, it will not be because of pressure or because it will not be because of that. That one is for sure. Premier League proven. Who are the Premier League proven players that Bournemouth used to come and smash everybody? Where did you know Dean Heisen from? Where did you know Zabani from? Where did you know Kirkes from? And then they came, wham. Brighton, that Chelsea have been wiping them, sending them money as if they are subsidiary, buying João Pedro, buying Moises Caicedo, buying this one, buying all those players that they bought that came to the Premier League and were amazing. Which one of them was Premier League? I'm tired of hearing that phrase. I'm so tired of hearing that phrase. I'm tired. Yeah, Premier League proven. It's a consideration to think about, but it's something that we should think about small. I don't want to hear it as like this. Oh, I mean, that's the defining. I mean, this guy's Premier League. No, what? We are talking about. Are we actually talking about Rodrygo? Oh my God! In the next video, I'm going to now actually compare the two of them directly and say why I think I'm amazed that we're actually having this discussion. Me personally, please let me know in the comment section. Am I off? Because I don't get it.